Let's start with the Associated Press. We discussed this last night because it was clear to anyone who wanted to be reasonable that the Associated Press engaged in journalistic malpractice by calling the entire primary for Hillary Clinton the night before a Super Tuesday. And this is something that has been really, I would expect anyone. Well, maybe I should start with the fact that it does look like it's over in a lot of ways. Last night was an astounding night for, I guess you could say, for Hillary Clinton, but you see what happens when you allow shenanigans to get in the midst of something that you felt was already inevitable, right? If you supported Hillary Clinton, you should be upset about this too, because now this leaves a stain on your victory. And the thing that disappoints me is that a lot of these people who are ostensibly, what's the word? They are ostensibly enlightened and progressive, all of a sudden don't care about how they win so long as that they win. And that's the problem that I have. So last night was, for them, a magnificent night. It was a historic night in the sense that, she has verbally clinched. She's the presumptive nominee. So all of that happened last night. But in the midst of this happening last night, the Associated Press had a direct effect on the turnout. The final tally from last night, HRC, Hillary Clinton in California got 55.8% of the vote. Sanders got 43.2% of the vote, a difference of 12.6%, which is completely, it goes against all of the polling data in advance. It goes against all of the it doesn't add up to most people involved. Who's looking at this through objective lenses. Now, I did see Nate Silver send out a tweet essentially touting this as another example of how polling overall has been wrong. No, not really. Some of your polling, Nate, has been wrong. This is not an example of how the polling was wrong. This is an example of how the media has a direct effect on the turnout, and why media organizations absolutely should never make the news. They should report the news. They should never insert themselves in the news. They should simply report the news. And this is exactly the case. So 3.475 million voters, total votes. The experts estimated that 8 million voters would participate. That represents about 32% of eligible voters. Now, here's the problem. 32% is piss poor in the first place. So we'll talk about that in context by itself. But according to Think Progress, as of this afternoon, only 24% of eligible voters participated in the election last night. 24%, a difference of 8%. Now, across the board, there are a lot of voices who are very disappointed, upset, and sounding the alarm. But here's the problem. The election is over for California. There's very little that can be done. And the media knows this. When an election has passed, there is very little that can be done to overturn or to reverse the forces that led to the result. They know full and damn well that if you set something in motion and get past election night, that there's very little recourse for somebody to take action. And so it doesn't matter to a lot of people. It doesn't matter that this action by the Associated Press looks like it's going to result in about an 8% decrease in voter turnout in California alone. Doesn't matter to them because the election night is over. Hillary Clinton has declared herself to be the winner, and everyone, or we'll say a lot of people, are prepared to just move on. Which is amazing to me because it shows you the extent to which people are willing to risk their reputation, their credibility, and their integrity for what? For political opportunities, for political expediency, for what? But it just shows you the extent to which people are willing to go and the extent to which people are willing to justify something that had it happen to them, they would be up in arms. And I found it funny that Hillary Clinton sent out a tweet, or her team, whoever runs her social media campaign, sent out a tweet last night, or actually on the 6th, when when they actually, declared her the winner. Team Hillary Clinton sent out a tweet essentially saying that, no, the race is not over. We still, thanks for this, but the race isn't over. Make sure everyone votes, yada, yada, yada. But at the same time, that same night, they sent out an email saying a secret win, right? So Hillary Clinton had the advantage of playing both sides in this, of being, oh, no, AP, don't do that. That's not how we do it. That's not right. Everyone still go out and vote. And at the same time, she's able to capitalize on the status of the presumptive nominee that the Associated Press granted her. This is, I told you last night, and I'm going to say it again. The Clintons and the people around the Clintons don't know when to stop. Because if this was so wrapped up and in the bag, there is absolutely no reason or justification for this to have happened. None whatsoever. And if you believe that they had no connection to this at all whatsoever, I've got a bridge to sell you. So just file this underneath no shit, Sherlock. The Associated Press, it looks like they have had an effect. The estimated expectation of voter turnout was to be 8 million, or 32%, 32% of the voter turnout of eligible voters. And as of Wednesday, it looks like 24%. 24% has shown up in California alone.